No one should feel fearful, dreadful, doubt, worry, insecure, unsafe, threatened. If our attention is on this space of the mind and the negativity of the past, so in those moments, we are missing out on all the gifts and goodies or blessings and the graceful energies which are flowing in the center from the Supreme into our being in the present and into our body. So all the powers are flowing over here. But because we are constantly thinking or overthinking, not wanting to do, procrastinating, ruminating on the past, blaming, complaining, comparing, finding fault, criticizing, gossiping. So what happens because of so many thoughts, our mind becomes foggy and blocked. And that blocks our intellect also, which is in the present. So our intellect is the space of wisdom where we are able to discern between right and wrong. So what happens when this we are here, our intellect is blocked and our heart center gets blocked because of the suppressed emotions. So we don't need to be fearful or dreadful because fear is of the mind. When we are not present in that gap, fear gets created. So we need to be aware that we are all the time in the present because from the present only the power and the joyful energies are flowing. And no fear and dread can tread over here. But we fail to obey the divine's command. The divine says, be present. Don't try to be perfect. Because only if we are present, then he can give all the gifts to us. And if we are in the past or the mind, he cannot even reach us or even listen to us or our prayers. Because from the mind, we are just mumbling away some words. And there is a disconnection with the Supreme or our soul. So he says, just be present and slowly you will grow to be perfect by improving each day and becoming better and better. Together we'll cry happy tears. Now, when the mind is healed or cleansed, the emotions of cry for help and pain in the heart will change. Because when this past mind gets healed, then as we know that thoughts create the feelings or emotions. So when this gets healed, automatically the emotions also begin to heal or change. So all that cry for help or the tears, they start changing to tears of joy. So it means that we will transform the crying tears into happy tears when we are in the present. Now, see the nations turn their swords into plowshares. This means that when we are in the Advaita, that is in the present moment, and we are connected to the soul, and from here we connect to the Supreme Soul, so it means that in this moment, our negative mindset and the negative information in the mind, they start getting processed. Because when we are here, the loving, unconditional love of the divine is flowing and joy. So our mind becomes full, mindful. So it starts healing the negative samskaras of the past. So the negative mind starts getting processed, resolved, healed, purified. And as the mind, the causal mind, it begins to get healed, we start awakening the heart center, which is the feeling body. Now, because of the negative mindset, our heart is trapped with the suppressed emotions. But as we heal the mind, we start opening up, we start awakening to our feeling body, and we start opening up, the heart opens up to receive all the blessings from the Supreme Soul into our body. For example, all the love hormones, the energies, the clarity of the intellect, the ideas, the insights, the creativity, the wisdom, the intuition, etc., it starts transforming our energy. So all the negativity and toxins in our body begin to get healed and transformed. So it means that all those swords, the sharp the sharp swords will transform into plowshares. So here what it means that all the energies should be creative, useful and beneficial to mankind. It should not be destructive. There should be no conflicts, clashes, fights, arguments, aggression, violence, battles, wars, etc. But when the negativity in the mind gets dissolved in the ocean of pure, unconditional love, which flows in the present moment, and these energies, essence, which is Satchit Anand, the joy, they heal all our energies. So the sword never kills, but it is the suppressed emotions of anger or feeling unsafe, insecure, feeling threatened makes one impulsive. And that energy, it drives one to act compulsively, to fight or attack. So we have to learn to return to peace. So peace is in the center. Patience is in the center of the present moment. Serenity, calmness. So from here we will save the energy because only positive energies flow in the present. So when the energies are saved, we will save the planet for our children and the future generations. So let's become more responsible because in the present we respond. And past mind, because of the negative samskaras which has grown, one will begin to react. But here, let us become more responsible and take active steps towards healing and protecting the environment. And protecting also the people, the planet, etc. So all we have to do is obey the commands of the divine. He says, just be present and he will fulfill his promise to give us the love and joy which is flowing in the present. A joyful heart heals us fully. A joyful heart heals us fully. Let us work towards awakening of the joyful heart and the pure, unconditional, steadfast love. It means the constant love. And the constant love, it maintains everything. It is because it is constant. And the promised joy. The joy also, out of love, the joy will arise. So the unconditional love and the promised joy, which is unchanging or unfailing. That means that it is not wavering, it is constant. And the dual mind, it is changing. Sometimes we are loving, sometimes we are hating, sometimes we are so, and sometimes we fail to love. Sometimes we experience fear, sometimes we experience doubt, worry. So our emotions keep changing. It is unfailing. It is failing over here. And here it is unfailing and unchanging. So God or the divine is always good and is always faithful. This happens because there is nothing called fear, and there is only something called trust, safety, courage, etc.